our grant writer for the system. We have, as you know, gone on, I think this is Debbie's third school year that we've had a grant writer in place. And the board did ask for an annual report that highlights the number of awards she and the team have received and what those projects look like, and as a picture of what she does each and every year. So without further ado, Debbie, President.
Good evening to everybody, and I want to tell about April as well, because I've witnessed their work. When I first started here, my desk was in the Family Resource Center, and they work very hard with not a whole lot of money. And if you want to see the dollar stretch, you go watch those two ladies work. Okay. I want to start out and give you just kind of a short overview of how we ended last year. We received $1,555,000. We applied for way more than that. We didn't get them all. We know that. That's not going to happen. But that's not a bad thing. That gets our name in front of a lot of foundations and other places that you may not know who we are, but then when you apply, that gets your name in front of them. And then when we apply again, they may say, I remember them from last year. Maybe we could help them this year. And we actually had something similar to that happen just recently. For 2 years, we had some conversations, hey, we would like to be considered in your foundation. And a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Dixon got a letter saying, or email saying, hey, we want to work with you. So that was, like I said, a denial is not always a bad thing. One thing that I want to bring, I hope maybe some of y'all have heard about this, but we started the Donors Choose projects, where teachers can apply for a project that will help them in their classroom, and then donors from, it can be an individual, it can be a foundation, it could be some places like Verizon's or Verizon, Dick's Sporting Goods. A lot of places like that will give to Donors Choose and know that it will go towards schools and helping teachers. And last year, Bull Scout, and a big shout out to Coach Chris Hughes. He was a bulldog and getting the project funded for the new gym floor at Bull Scout. And I think he put in as many hours as I did, begging, pleading, and if you haven't seen it, I hope you'll take time to go by and see it.
It looks real nice.
Yeah, he was really excited, and that was part of Donors Choose, and Dick's Sporting Goods was a matching on that one. And I want to read you what we got notification in May, the last of May, that we had gotten that project funded, and he went back in September and posted so that all the donors could see, and this is what he said. He said, the new gym floor looks incredible. You would not believe the kids' excitement when they finally got to see this new floor. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So this project is huge for our players, our students, and our community. We will use it for physical education each day, and our basketball program can't wait. Our school would like to thank you and every donor that has made this possible. So, there are good things happening in this school system. And I'm very proud of him for being the bulldog that he was. And of course, we started the Hawkins County mini grant for our teachers. We started out small, and last year we were able to award $17,000 to teachers in competitive mini grants. And our goal is to do that again this year. So we're crossing our fingers that we're going to have that much money to be able to award the teachers again. The propane bus, we were able to secure some funding for propane buses. and due to supply chain issues, we're still waiting on those, right, Rolando? So we're hoping to have those soon and get those going, and we can see those. The Palmer grant, they have been so gracious to Hawkins County. They awarded us over $10,000 for different projects for teachers in school. There's lots of people behind the scenes. I may holler at somebody and say, in fact, one day, April, I hollered and I said, hey, can you run down up the street and take a picture for me? I need it for a grant. You may need somebody to write a letter of recommendation. I may need somebody to get some figures for me. Attendance people getting attendance numbers that we need. So there's a lot of things that goes behind the scenes. Recently, some of the things that we've just been awarded, and let me give you the total that we have so far this year. And that is, I can find it here, $2,193,357 so far this year. And I went on vacation and I came back and we got 3 significant awards. So I decided I need to go on vacation more often. So we got notification with the Erica Phillips was the significant person on this one for the Resilient Schools, and this grant was $163,062. And what this will do is benefit our students with behavioral intervention and social and emotional support. Another 2 grants that we're really, really excited about. We have been awarded $375,000 from the School Violence Prevention Program from the Department of Justice, and also $16,010 from the School Shield Grant Program. And these monies will be put to use to make our schools safer, make our students and our staff more secure. And today we finished up, we had our first meeting, we have been awarded. We partnershiped with ETSU with the SEED, what he's calling the SEED program, and we are going to get $1,603,650, and that's over a 3-year period. That's for 3 years that we will be working with ETSU. And this will be assisting with school-wide instructional leadership and benefiting the students with STEM, literacy, computation, social, and emotional learning. And keep your fingers crossed. We had got, last year we received $20,000 from TVA STEM. So we had 4 teachers to win. It's competitive, so we had 4 teachers to win. This year we've got 10 teachers that have submitted projects. So we've got a little over $48,000 sent out to them. So we're really hoping they like us a lot. So, and also grow your own. That is going to be transitioning to the apprentice program, which I'm sure you all heard a lot about, because of the shortage of teachers. And I went to a meeting yesterday to kind of get an overview a little bit more. We're working on getting partnerships with universities, surrounding universities that we can partner with them to try to get new teachers in the pipeline. And what we have so far, we had this summer we had 3 to complete the program. They were our first graduates, so they were able to complete. We currently have 11 students in 3 different universities that are in that project at this time. And I also want to recognize, when I said there's a lot of people behind the scenes, on these 2 grants for the safety piece of it. I asked 4 different people, would you please write some letters of support? and why you feel like that we really, really need this. And they said, no question, yes, I'll do it. So Mr. Hickson wrote his letter, as well as Greg Sturgill from Volunteer High School, and then also Erica Phillips and Sheriff Ronnie Lawson. And we appreciate, I really do believe that that made a big impact, as if they saw it wasn't just me saying this is what we need, but we had these people and believed that this was important for our schools. Do you have any questions?
I get excited every time I see your name come through on the inbox, so.
I want you to take more vacations. Thank you for what you do. And I want to add to that. Thanks to a board member that had the stamina to stand behind getting your position. Made all the difference in the world. Ms. Craddock, I thank you for that. Because the board had little history here, and then we'll move on. The board had voted to create a position for a grant writer. And it was Ms. Craddock's idea. And it's when Matt hadn't even arrived yet. I think we approved that before you got here.
Discussion prior to, I think we approved it after I was here.
Yeah, and so accolades to Matt and his staff for taking the time to find the right fit. And Matt and I had a discussion or two about this, and when you want to get this, because Kathy's telling me, when are we going to get a grant writer? When are we going to get a grant writer? So I go to Matt, and patience is a virtue, because we've got a good grant writer. So thank you for what you're doing. Just keep it up. Okay. Thanks for allowing me to give you a little history there. So now it's before the board for